Jordyn, can you just walk us through the play in the bottom of the seventh?
It was a pretty intense one. It was hard to tell. I thought maybe Nikki might have tagged first, so I kept my foot on the bag and tagged it home. So overall, Nikki made a really good play, and I'm really excited that we got that play our way.
Jordyn and or Skyler, I mean, what are the emotions that you guys are feeling, because that was a battle going down, like they just mentioned, down the way to the final plays of the game? What are the emotions running through your head right now?
Yeah, obviously it was a really exciting moment for us, and we battled like the entire game and the entire weekend for this, and we earned every step of it and every bit of it. I think we're a little emotional because it's our last game of the J, and it's a very special place for us, and the fact that we were undefeated here is really awesome. So
Yeah, I mean, the J's special. So that was a nice one to end at home.
yeah.
Jordyn, how cool was it? You mentioned for both of you, right, last game at the J. How cool is it with having that fan support, having that like home energy throughout that game to come back and down the final stretch?
Our fans are everything. They brought the energy. They were cheering so loud. I mean, I couldn't even hear my own thoughts sometimes, which was great. And I think our fans make the J what it is. And they bring us so much energy, and we're excited to play around them.
For both you guys, I mean, obviously, as you've mentioned, it's the final game at the J. Thinking back to like the first times you guys stepped on that field, in what ways have you noticed that the program has changed the most since then?
Honestly, I think it's just the outside support we get. Like, I remember one of our first games, like, we didn't fill all of the stands, and now every home game, and especially in the postseason, it's sold out. And that's really, really big for this program.
Same. I mean, it's huge. And I just remember, like, what it was our freshman year now, and just seeing, like, no empty seats. It's crazy, and it's the best atmosphere to be in.
Yes.
The support is obviously a big part of it, but what you guys do on the field is the biggest part of it to get the wins that you have this entire season to lead you up now to advance to Tuscaloosa. What do you think you guys have been doing really well in order to battle and to get in these games and battle back and forth and have that chance to overcome adversity?
I feel like our pitchers have really stepped up where, they can hand the ball off to anyone and they're all ready to go. And I think our hitters we're all just taking it one at bat at a time, one pitch at a time, and then we're passing the bat to the next person. And I think we're really doing well at being a great team right now and being great teammates, and I love that.
I'll second that, and I think we're doing a very good job of being internal, and what I mean by that is focusing all on us and each other, and we're not worried about who we're playing or what they're doing, like, just on us.
For either one of you, you guys had kind of talked about it earlier, but how cool was it in your last year to go undefeated at home?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a very special thing, and we've never done that before in our careers, and it's awesome to go out with a bang.
It's really cool.
For both of you, going out to Arizona State last year, playing a super regional on the road, how do you think that helps prepare you guys to go back on the road this year down to Tuscaloosa?
We've been in a lot of different places, a lot of different environments, and I think, the environment that was Arizona State has really helped us be prepared for any environment to come, loud, so many fans, and being able to hear and talk to one another, and we've really been able to internalize that and work with one another to be able to hear each other on the field. So it's awesome.
Skyler, 2 different times today you were able to score from second when Jordyn was at the plate. Can you just kind of talk about that confidence that you have when she's up at the plate?
Yeah, I mean, Jordyn's swing is amazing, and I think her approach at the plate is something really special to play behind, and I love when I'm on base, especially at second, because she's just such a solid hitter and a solid player, and I have so much trust in her, and she got the job done today.
And I don't get to do what I do until she gets on. So, she kills it when she gets on. She's awesome.
Well, it was a great ball game, and Miami of Ohio is tough. I mean, they throw a lot at you. You're constantly thinking about how to keep the ball in the park, and I thought their pitcher was really, really tough. She clearly carried the load for him, and I thought I was really impressed with her effort today. And talking about our team, it was an up and down game. I thought Nikki Cochran's home run really lit a spark for us. And then we were able to just kind of keep battling and keep tacking it on. But I tell you, about the fifth years, 2 things that I'll say about them in terms of the legacy that they are leaving on our program. They're really serious about winning ball games, right? They work. Their work ethic has led our program for the last 5 years. They're competitors. They're calm in the moment. And at the same time, they are so fun to watch play. And when you have players like that who play with such joy and yet play with such focus, I think that's why those stands were full all weekend. People want to take advantage of seeing them one last time here, and we will forever be grateful for them leaving that legacy here as we move out forward too.
Coach, can you walk us through the decision to send Angela there on that ground ball from Kelsey?
Yeah. So Angela Zedek is not the fastest player on our team, but she is the fastest player from second to home. She takes great pride in that specific base running move. And I could feel the play developing really slowly. And I could feel her really hauling it around the bag and coming in for a hard tag. So we just went for it. We needed to push something. And it was, we were at the bottom of the order. We needed to push something. We just went for it.
So did you send her, or was it a design play before the ball's in?
No, I sent her, but she was ready for it. You know, she anticipated it. She did a great job. She did a great job trusting the play.
In the seventh, can you talk about the decision to have Kansas bunt to advance Skyler, when obviously Kansas has provided so much power throughout this weekend?
Yeah, that was a hard decision to make. Everybody wants to see Kansas hit, including myself. It was what we were feeling in the moment, what we were feeling with the matchup. And I actually thought she had a chance to be safe with it as well, because I think it was a little unexpected. But that's just another example of really good unselfish softball that we're seeing from our team.
I was going to say, following up those questions, what have you seen this weekend, this whole season, that allows you in those decisions to send a runner from second? And does the decision to bunt, what have you seen from this group that kind of helps you in these tight games and these battles all the way down the end?
They're physical, they're aggressive, there's a lot of trust in that dugout. And I think they also understand what kind of game today was. You know, normally when we get one run, we get a second and a third, and we were able to break a game open. They did a really nice job of limiting our runs in some of those innings. So when we feel that as a team, we know we've got to take a risk, you know, and because they've played so many games together, and in my opinion, they have a great feel for the game. They're ready for those moments.
Coach, what does it say about Danielle that with the bases loaded and no outs, she's able to buckle down and just find a way to grind out the last 3 outs of this game?
Well, I mean, I think that's the best pitching conference Michelle Gascoigne's ever had, right? I mean, she goes out there and Danielle just takes it to another level, and works ahead, throws 2 sharp curveballs, and gets a strikeout with a changeup. And I think Miami of Ohio did a nice job with the changeup, managing it and hunting for it in certain counts and whatnot. You know, and then she coaxed that ground ball and then does it again. You know, so she's tough, and honestly, she wanted to win that ball game for her team, and to have the kind of poise to just simply say, okay, I just need to get the batter out instead of letting the moment get too big. That's a sign of a great competitor.
Coach, what was the thought process as to how far to let Lauren go into the game and when to put in Danielle, especially considering at the time, obviously the game wasn't secured and there was a possibility of having to play another game later in the day?
Yeah. We have a lot of respect for their offense, right? And we wanted to be really aggressive with this first game. And Boyd did a really great job. I mean, I don't even know how many strikeouts did she had. She had
Nine.
Right. I mean, that's high for the kind of pitcher she is. And she kept us in that ball game. And then once we were able to tie it up, I just felt like the third time through the order, it was the right time to make the move.
Coach, bottom of the seventh, the decision to walk Carly Spade and get the bases loaded.
Yeah, that wasn't a hard decision.
I imagine not, but what does it say about like the trust you and the team have in Danielle Williams that you're willing to say, there's no outs, sure, why not, we'll put another base runner on there?
Yeah, again, she understood the game. You know, she understood how that move was going to help her defense. We wanted the matchups behind her, and we have a lot of faith in her ability to pound the strike zone.
Coach,
Coach.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I kind of asked you about this yesterday, about all the comeback wins that have happened this year, but today specifically, what was the difference maker that allowed y'all to push back and then end up closing things up?
You know, I'll say it wasn't our best game offensively, right? But we were able to focus on kind of what we were seeing out of the pitcher in the moment and what we wanted to hunt for. And again, Skyler and Jordyn were huge sparks for us. Nikki got us back in the game, but those two really did a great job of leaning on each other and keeping it simple and being really decisive in the batter's box.
Coach, last season, of course, going out to Arizona State, playing the Super Regional on the road, this team having so many returns, how do you think that experience is going to help you guys get ready to go to Tuscaloosa for next weekend?
Oh man, I think the more you do it, the more you understand. Like, they understand what they need to do tonight to recover, what they need to do tomorrow academically. It becomes part of the rhythm of the season. So I think it's huge that we've experienced this before, and I think there was some excitement in going last year. And now it's like about going and, okay, we want to really take care of business. So we've got a really big challenge ahead of us. But again, I think we'll lean on our experience quite a bit.
Coach, you've been talking about this core group of veteran players that you're going to take back to Super Regional with you, but you also have Robinson, Nader, key freshman contributors to your win today. Can you talk a little bit about how you think that dynamic between freshmen and veterans is going to help you in Tuscaloosa?
A lot of people talk about our fifth years, and a lot of people talk about our freshmen. I mean, there is a sophomore, junior, senior class who they're the glue of our program. Okay, they are incredible in terms of really understanding the little things that they do that help us win ball games. And Jordyn mentioned about what a great team she thinks our team is, and it's because of everyone, right? And a lot of times you don't see their name in a box score, but I'm telling you, like, the defense of a Grace Nito, the poise of Kendall Peterson and some of her pinch hits. I could go top to bottom through the lineup. So I think there's a good balance there. I think there's a good balance of, like, this youthful, like, this is so fun, and they bring a lot of energy to the group. And then you've got some experience, and then you've got people who are really, really working hard, seeking out their next opportunity in a really positive momentum building way. So I think I'm really grateful for this team. It is so fun to be around every day.
Coach, just following up on that, speaking about some of your other classes, what was the decision today to go with Donahue in the pitches, but instead of someone like Lauren Zaborski?
We're constantly working on matchups. We're constantly working on approach, and sometimes those are really hard decisions to make. But again, we've got a lot of people who are ready in the dugout to go, so we'll keep calling their number.
Coach Skyler and Jordyn were both talking about how it meant a little extra to them today because of the possible final game at the J. What can you say about just how much you've seen a lot of those fifth-year seniors grow from the time they first came to the program to now?
Oh yeah, if you can figure out another way for them to play on this field, I think that was definitively their last game here. You guys see what they've done on the field. I mean, there are so many things that they've done academically within our community here on campus, in the athletic department. I really appreciate their investment and the trust and the vulnerability that they've shown up with every day. And they're just tough women, and we're really, really proud of them.
Anything else for Coach? Coach, undefeated at the J at home, the first time since you've taken over as head coach of this program. I know records are not always, but does it mean anything a little bit more to you to finish out this year holding down home field all season?
Oh, that means a lot to us. I mean, I don't think it means, I think now we can reflect on it, right? I mean, our goal was just to win the next game. But now I think we can reflect on it. And a lot of people talk about our field and how special it is, right? It's unique. But I think our team has the connection to the J because of all the people that work hard on that field every day and all the people who make their experience what it is. And it's sort of that impact and that investment comes to life on our field. So I think, yes, it's the field, yes, it's the intimacy, but there are stakeholders who we see every day who make that experience so unique. And I think that's what's special about this place. And I mean Northwestern. Like, there are people who really invest in our student athletes' experience, and I think that's what's so meaningful to them.